TV/VGBootCamp.
Tons of good content here, and here we are in VGBC3. Another great setup ahead of us. I mean, look at that. That's Rob, that's PT, and here's the thing, Puppeh is no stranger to Rob. I mean, guess who else we have in the region? It's Wadi.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, Puppeh and Wadi be playing against each other all the time. And now we're sitting here with PS2, and what's actually strange to me is that Pokemon Trainer is a solid character. Like, that is a good character, and we saw so many people, like, rocking the character very early on in Ultimate's lifespan, but ever since like DLC's come out, people have just kind of like put him towards the wayside a little bit, but he's still a really good character.
I think the return on investment in some cases, like you look at stuff like Aegis, who's very simple to pick up and play, but very effective at what they do. It kind of deters people from those mechanically more complex characters like Pokemon Trainer, but guess what? Luma is happy to keep playing them because you can keep slaughtering that Squirtle just like that, my goodness.
Yeah, just the immediately stock taken away. Rob, one of the debatable like top 5 characters in the game.
Yes.
Especially if you like watch his PG stats videos, man. Like they be talking about that. It's actually really true. I'm not sure what happened. That was the fuel gun?
Misinput. A little bit of a side B instead of an uppie there. And you can see Luma turn back and kind of laugh a little bit. You got to be able to shrug off those mistakes, especially first stock, first minute of your set. Got to just relax and let it let it out.
Use that as data collection. You know, it's like I meant to do that. I want the game to last a little bit longer so I can download you a little bit more. So we got Charizard coming out from Puppeh here pretty early on, but I mean, obviously Puppeh was using it as a way to escape any sort of pressure Luma was putting towards him.
And you got to remember, most PT players have that specialty. They have one they prefer. For Puppeh, it's Zard. And the Zard puts in work absolutely. If you've never seen it, it is a treat to behold, and you're going to see some of it in action, especially as Puppeh is opting to stay with it there and even surviving that up smash.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully Charizard being a little bit of a big boy there, able to survive. We see Luma just trying to escape any sort of pressure Puppeh wanted to get going. And trying to wall out a little bit with that little bit of shield pressure, that down tilt, able to push Luma just a little bit away. But unfortunately gets caught by the up smash after the down throw.
Makes sense. At that percentage, it was a quick, easy berry conversion. But now Ivysaur here to play at that mid percentage, as Ivysaur usually does. It racks the percentage, tries to find a kill confirm if possible. A little bit of bullet seed action to kind of confuse Luma a little bit.
I think Puppeh was expecting Luma to hold forward a little bit more, just trying to like be above them. It's a great anti-air tool, but now getting so much mileage out of this gyro, so much damage is climbing and fast.
Oh!
He even called out the Pokemon switch with that forward smash, but thankfully Puppeh had that up B on deck to just kind of power through it.
Gotta keep in mind, Charizard has some armor, and would you look at that? Spinning arm's not quite enough to do it, my goodness.
Yeah, sitting at 138, gets the grab, uses the top platform on the left side. I don't even think he needed that platform, but still just, you know, better safe than sorry. Runs up and just uses the raw up smash. Luma taking away game number 1 from Puppeh's grasp. And honestly, that up smash from Rob, very good tool. It's a good, like, at a shield option. If you're getting pressure pushed against you, it's good at being able to just run up against your opponent and just pop him up in there, send him up to the top. Like, it's just a very good move that you have to respect.
Absolutely. So Puppeh has a little bit more chance to respect it. Of course, look at Luma jamming out. I wonder what they're listening to. They got some good beats in there, letting the music flow through you.
I hope it's game audio. I mean, to be honest, a lot of players tend to be really good without game audio. Some people have even said that they play worse without it, which I don't believe for a second. Like, some audio cues are very important. But some people just want to listen to music, and I totally understand that too. I used to be the same way a long time ago. So
I read somewhere that audio is the fastest in reaction time, apparently, in terms of visuals. So is that the indicators? Like you said, those indicators could be so important to figure out what they need to do to avoid certain situations. Keep that in mind. So
yeah, I also read that on the internet, and you know, internet has never lied to me.
They've never lied to me once in my entire life. So I believe them.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not even gullible. I love it.
Here we go.
Oh, off the top, that's rough.
Baby, I mean, that's the thing. You got Rob with the down throw. Like, that's almost like a death sentence, depending on what your percent is. If you manage to get the right read out afterwards, we're going to go for, like, the big punish or the hard mash or the not the mash out. But now we see already 61 damage on Puppeh, just trying to get down to the ground.
It's hard sometimes to land, especially when you're a big body like Zard. Puppeh's doing their best, but 111% right now. Just getting bopped by the gyro, and fly not enough, and this is looking bleak, Austin.
This is kind of a disheartening Puppeh to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I can definitely tell he's a little bit struggling. I know Puppeh was a little distraught from their previous loss in winter side of the bracket and wasn't really feeling the tournament as much. And I feel like it's starting to turn into a mental battle here, which Smash definitely is. If you don't have the mentality to get that winner's mindset, it might just be your downfall. We're seeing Puppeh just struggle to get back here onto the stage against Luma. I mean, that was actually sneaky, right? Just went right behind him, go for the Pokemon swap to avoid the grab. Like, I get it.
And the wait, again, Luma is waiting for those changes, Evil to kind of figure it out and actually nail it down, which is so important when you're fighting Pokemon Trainer or any character that can switch like that. So amazing awareness coming in.
Okay, using that back air, which is a really good tool to be able to call people after letting go shield. We got a back air coming out from Puppeh himself, goes down there and just spikes him out of here. Puppeh still got some life left in him. We'll see if he can try to hold out a little bit longer and try to tie up the score if Luma's just going to shut this down immediately. Because right now, Puppeh's at a percent where if Luma just runs up and gets a grab, like that's pretty much going to be a GG.
Yeah, the berry scenario is awfully important. You got to keep that in mind. Not quite finding the up air, but Puppeh still a great fight in him controlling the situation here.
Hold on.
Missing the Vine Whip.
71. This is getting a little bit dicey. Oh, big punish. Yeah. That was optimal, dude.
Absolutely
like literally
was.
the just fade away forward air into the explosion right off the top, like a big fan. All of a sudden, it's an even game. Razor Leaf just a hair bit closer. Doesn't even. It gets the forward smash, and Puppeh is still alive, even in the score to 1-1. And it's kind of interesting that we haven't really seen too much of Razor Leaf from his Ivysaur, right? Because it's such a good combo starter. If you get caught by the Razor Leaf, you go popping into the air, you're kind of stuck in hit stun for a long time. It allows you to get like an easy follow-up depending on how close you are. If you're too far away, you go for Vine Whip. And we saw there at the very end, that's exactly what we're trying to go for, just a hair too far away.
And we saw some of those Razor Leafs earlier, and Luma was so good at capitalizing and punishing them. You can see just if you do it too close, the end lag means that Luma just gets to jump over you, punish you for free. We saw stock loss like that, and you mentioned Puppeh earlier feeling a little bit lost, disheartened, but this Puppeh started to wake up, starting to scrap, and that was an amazing comeback in Game 1. Back to Pokemon Stadium 2, home field advantage for Puppeh here in Game 3.
Yep, absolutely. Going to have that Pokemon IP on deck. Okay, 66 damage. Luma's already off to a pretty good start, just keeping Puppeh on his toes, keeping him off stage a bit, getting a lot of mileage off of this up tilt into up air.
The masterful weights coming in from Luma again, just understanding the situation of just, yeah, this is probably a part where, you know, Pokemon trainers are going to mix it. What's the mix here? Is it going to be the conversion? Yes, but Zard is a heavy, heavy boy living off the top still.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to go for the guaranteed damage. So trying to get the big read for the stock kill. You know, the up tilts immediately, like there's no chance for Puppeh to escape that. So, up smash, anti-air. You hit my shield, you are dead.
Absolutely. Look at that grab. Keep it in mind. Nair not quite following through here, but still, Puppeh trying to find some traction here in this stock. Vine Whip, critical hit, but not enough to secure the stock, unfortunately, for Puppeh.
Side B. Using both of those jumps. Okay. I mean, that was actually a solid option, right? Because Luma was in a tech scenario where Luma teched in place or went to the left. It's like Puppeh was gonna get that that explosion.
That was a roll in too, which is insane. Rob's too big. You got caught out by that.
They caught all three options.
Masterful display from Puppeh, but still, this is looking kind of rough right now. Off the top again, mixed up on which direction. It can feel like a coin flip sometime, you know? Yeah,
I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. Ooh, all these back airs, eating the double jump as well. Thankfully, you know, Rob doesn't really need his double jump when he's in disadvantage. Like, it helps, obviously, because he can go for like a quick burst, like up air if he manages to jump and attack at the same time. But just having all that fuel on deck for the up B allows him to fly a pretty long time. You don't really see him running out of fuel too often.
Now scenario of Luma kind of putting the pressure on for Puppeh. Puppeh struggling a bit to find this out. That was an interesting forward smash. That's for off the top with the forward air. Vine Whip, my goodness.
That trajectory blew my mind.
Exactly. I did not expect that. I will expect a couple of back airs there to do the trick, get some percentage on board here, though.
Okay, Puppeh, the MDVA hero coming in clutch here to get 40 to 57. The double up air. Luma just going to escape that whole entire scenario by going for the immediate double jump. Try to like reset back to neutral here. Big damage.
Could be it. That should be it, though. Yeah, Ivysaur too light, and another unfortunate scenario where Puppeh's just getting grabbed, sent off the top, and tossed around.
When you're at that percent, like the 98, and you get grabbed, like that's pretty much a guaranteed. Fair. Like, because the up tilt, there's no guessing game of how fast you can mash out. If you're not going to mash out, like you just go for the up tilt at that point, at that high of percent. So good awareness from Luma. We're going to jump into this next game. Puppeh's not going to be character swapping. Obviously, he's the Pokemon trainer through and through. As we're going to jump into game number 4 here. See what the counter pick's going to be.
And Hollow Bastion of all places, here we go with Puppeh. This could be game point. You got to keep it in mind. You got to keep yourself strong here. But Luma has found their footing overall pretty well in this game. I mean, we haven't really called attention to it yet, but the gyro is causing Puppeh so much trouble, and Luma is doing so good capitalizing off of that for sure. And that Vine Whip though, yep, sure enough, Luma, you got caught lacking, breaking your ankles off stage.
That was sick nasty.
That was amazing. You did him dirty, Puppeh, but we love to see it.
Yeah, big fan. Okay, now it's Luma's turn. Pushes him off stage. It's just a clean nair into Robo Arm. Just a classic conversion. Luma's going to be able to take away that first stock from Puppeh.
Absolutely. A couple of damage percent coming in from Puppeh. I love that combo. Squirtle strings are so beautiful to see in action. I love that tiny, tiny turtle.
Yeah. I mean, he's a quick one, right? And we don't see Puppeh really rock with the Squirtle for too long. Usually just as a, well, I guess I'm Squirtle now. Nice. Run off there. Good punish. You saw Luma trying to, you know, go for like an aggressive option off stage in case Puppeh wanted to run out there, but Puppeh just played patient, wait for Luma to commit, and just capitalized on the punish right afterwards.
Now a full clean stock ahead. Puppeh's Ivysaur is dominating this control right now. Luma is struggling to find any footing whatsoever, even in center stage. Puppeh keeping it up, but finally a couple of down tilts courtesy of Robert, enough to keep the scrapping back.
Yeah. Ooh, the double back air into a potential Vine Whip, not going to be enough to get what he's looking for. Nair into up air. I mean, again, Nair is such a great combo starter for pretty much the whole cast, but especially for Rob, right? Just being able to have that long startup, and once you do it, because...
Ooh, goodbye off the top.
Man, that game ended pretty fast. I was not ready for that.
That was under 2 minutes. Puppeh's moving now. Puppeh realizes that this is at stake. You got to put on a show for your region.
Honestly, being able to get that dub, very important for him. And you got some people in the audience trying to cheer on their boys. We're going to go to a Game 5 situation. Can Puppeh pull this through, move on to the bracket, or is Luma going to just stop that in its tracks? We'll just have to wait and see. That was a pretty dominating game number 4. I actually lost track of the stock count, if I'm being real with you. I thought that was
quick. It was like, you miss
I thought that was his second stock, and then it just like, it was game. And I was like, oh, word?
As a commentator, I'm unbiased. As an MDVer, I have my heart out for Puppeh right now.
No, be biased, bro.
It's a Game 5 scenario. Again, home field advantage.
Who do you want to win? Who do you want to win?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Say it on the mic right now. Who do you want to win?
Puppeh so far working his best right now, putting in some damage, that's for sure. And Luma trying to say that they are the dominant one here. They got game 1 pretty cleanly, but Puppeh's been causing some problems even in the game they lost in the best of 5. So I want to see who's going to be able to come out on top here. And it's anyone's game right now, that's for sure.
Oh, Luma trying to capitalize a little bit off that gyro. You saw him like kind of push his shield back into him. Didn't really get too much off of it, unfortunately. And then jump right back into this nair, up tilt, up air. He's still surviving.
Yes, sometimes it's a coin flip. Puppeh guessing right in that scenario, and to survive. Oh, the perfect Pokemon switch, and avoiding the up smash as well. That was dangerous. Oh, that's rough though. The back air, all she wrote on that one.
Bear. Rob's bear is so good, dog. Like, has a startup, so catches any sort of like air dodge or reaction, good at catching jumps out of shields. And we're seeing a dominating Luma here, just kind of waiting, playing patient, waiting for that air dodge to come in to keep that combo going. Shoots him with a laser for even more damage. Now Puppeh's already at 72 off stage. Ooh. That was a expertly plays back air because he knew exactly what he was going to go for. That Vine Whip was going to drag right down to the ledge, but Puppeh just turns the tables on him completely, runs off, gets the spike, and turns that first stock into glory.
I love that call out coming in from Puppeh. Again, guessing right on that, avoiding the second up air coming out. That's so important. Avoiding the up smash as well. Now it's the combo game, the double up air, the pressure on board for Luma. How do you land? Puppeh doing everything to get all this percentage, and not the full hit, and still living.
Still surviving, and now all of a sudden Puppeh off stage. At this point, even if Puppeh gets back to stage, all Luma needs is a grab, and that's going to beat the stock completely. But honestly, just going to get the setup with the gyro. A jab was probably not what he wanted, but I guess it was quick enough to guarantee that damage, but still has Puppeh off stage at 165. I kind of sense a side B coming his way. I don't know, something in my heart of hearts, but was not able to get that trigger to come out. Unfortunately, Puppeh on his final stock of this set and potentially his tournament.
Gotta be so careful here. Vine Whip just barely missing Rob right now. This is possibly kill percentage for Luma, all things considered. I mean, 104 definitely in the realm of possibility for Ivysaur, especially when you're trying to cloak out that Vine Whip. You see him searching for it.
He's reaching for that Vine Whip. Wants to get that up B, so hungry for it. 119. Oh, the jab log off the gyro. Massive damage coming his way. 84 damage. Luma trying to just end this immediately before Puppeh can get any sort of momentum going. Tosses him off stage. What's the answer? I thought Vine Whip was coming. We just want to go for the safer nair. Forward smash, unfortunately, calling out that shield. The double down tilt off stage. He needs to close this out before Luma gets the stock. Like, it's going to be unfortunate here. It gets right below the platform. Beautiful. Doesn't even need it. Doesn't even need it.
You saw him pushing him towards it to get that extra confirmation here. Ivysaur coming out again. Stuck in the corner, caught by the rotor arms, a little bit too preemptive. But we live in though, Austin.
Still surviving, 126%. This is a big deal here. If Puppeh can just manage to get this clean stock out here, 41-57 has him off the top. Now all of a sudden Puppeh in control of this stage, disallowing Luma from being able to land back down on there. Goes for the double razor leap into forward air. Really good option for being able to just kind of get that damage going. Watch out for that down tilt. He's so hungry. Thought it was going to be a tech in place the second time around. He opted to go for the same option twice. Just roll away from him. And now Puppeh using the Vine Whip through the stage catches him off. 107%. Puppeh is literally this close to dying. Desperate for that razor leap to land so he can get that Vine Whip confirmation. Look at him just throwing over and over again. Luma has had enough runs and gets the up tilt. And now we're back here with our last percent.
This is anyone's game right now. This is a last stock, last hit scenario. Game 5. Puppeh with the down smash, the call out, backing up with the up air and taking it.
Puppeh on the brink of defeat. Managed to just get that signature kill, move on through the bracket, continues on loser's side, guaranteeing himself at least a 17th place finish, while unfortunately Luma going down to 25th place. I mean, you saw the despair from Luma as they looked on the camera, right? I mean, yeah, he had control of majority of that set. Even that game, it looked like Luma was in control, but all of a sudden, when it came down to a last stock situation, I feel like the nerves got the better of him, and Puppeh was playing out of his mind. There were so many opportunities for Luma to actually close out that tournament at the very end. There was when he was fishing for those down tilts, for example, we saw Puppeh get knocked into those tech situations where are you going to